Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play. Adam, I'm here with BringItDon. It kind of looks like you can get up here, but I guess not. So I'm going to avoid trying to talk to anybody in the pub here, so I don't accidentally talk to that one guy and trigger the quest. Well, they have a little picnic set up here. That's nice. Yeah, because I don't know which one it is, and I don't want to talk to him yet. So let's go and hunt down the people for this other quest. I mean, once I do this Paragon quest, then it doesn't matter. Oh, hello, person over here. You gonna talk to me? Why are you running around? Ooh, what's this? Aprophenum. Cure from acute radiation syndrome, and certain doses powerful hallucinogenic drug. And a frying pan. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. Standing in front of you is an elderly man. His face is showing signs of unbearable boredom. Having noticed you, he livens up, but only a little. What can I do for you, young man? Let's do some business or talk about something interesting. I'm always up for a chat. Always my pleasure. What shall we talk about? What's your name, buddy? I'm not your buddy, pal. My name is Eugenie Bugilovsky. And what should I call you, my young friend? My name is Caligula Presley, the Cyrenesque Tyrant. Glad to meet you, Caligula Presley, the Cyrenesque Tyrant. Alright, tell me about this place. Of course, Paragon isn't a place to settle for long term, but still, there's everything one needs to have a life here. As long as it stays the trading post that it is now, people will keep flocking here. What do you know? Or what do you do? Sorry. I am a merchant, like many others here. However, in a different time I might have been considered a scavenger. I have a bit of everything here. Guns, ammo, food, medicine, and all sorts of junk that's valuable only to real craftsmen. You don't have guns. You have a frying pan. That's your only weapon. Interesting gossip. I was long planning to add books to my product range. However, there's a rumor about a gang of literature haters hunting the shipments of that book salesman, Abraham from Krasno. They're a cult, and their leader states that all knowledge is dangerous to men. Alright, well that was exciting. Who are you? An apple. That's a really good looking apple. She looks like someone straight out of an 80s movie. Or, no, that's 70s. That filter is definitely 70s. A neatly dressed woman in glasses looking at a modern crossword puzzle printed on bad paper. Having noticed you, she looks away from the crossword and addresses you in a stern voice. Paragon guest house, usual prices, unusual quality. Are you looking for room for rent? I'm interested in the cost of living here. In the Wasteland, standards 50 rubles per room. Price of food included. Want it? Change my mind. Let's take one step back. Let's ask some questions. Fine, I can answer a couple of questions for you. Where can I get a drink in Paragon? You should ask my husband about that. He's the owner of a resto bar in Paragon. It's not far from here. Is it nice living here? In Paragon? Well, how should I put it? It's not really cozy here. Our neighbors change frequently. There are floods in the spring. One is strongly advised against drinking water from the big lake, even after it has been boiled. There's constant noise coming from the hold because of all the dogfighting. Need I go on? Alright, is it dangerous in Paragon? My husband says that the threat level here is medium. Probably. There are more peaceful places than this in the Wasteland, but Paragon isn't the worst place on Earth. The most important thing is to be careful outside of Paragon. Too many gangs appeared in this region recently. What do people talk about around here? Lately I've been hearing a lot of terrible things about this barbecue joint that belongs to Kurdiev and Uchkavagin. I don't even want to spread these rumors further because they are, well, too graphic. I wonder how I get inside that, because they don't go to sleep. Alright, there's another guy over here. Who are you? And what do you do? Ooh, condensed milk. It's very expensive. Like, unreasonably expensive. A serious-looking man in glasses is walking on the deck, examining a pile of some yellow faded papers and wax tablets with a lot of interest. As he notices you, he raises his head, adjusts his glasses, and squints his eyes at you weak-sidedly. It looks like Gabe. Gabe Newell? Newell? What's the Steam guy. I don't remember his last name. That was Newell. Looks like Gabe. Is there something you want? Nothing in particular. What are those papers you've got there? The man darts a glance on the papers and on his hands and shrugs. These are just papers. Did you come to see me on some business? Well, it depends. I'm just looking for work here in Paragon. The man takes off his glasses, blows on them, and wipes the lenses with his shirt. As he puts the glasses back on, he stares at your face with scrutiny and then nods. Well, I do indeed have a small job. Perhaps you could help me deal with a particularly complex paperwork problem. Tell me, are you any good with logistics? Let's try and see. No. That's unfortunate. The paperwork turns out to be quite difficult to get your head around. You take your time thinking over the contents of the papers, and finally, you helplessly spread your arms and hand the documents back to the man. Yeah, alright. I better sort it out myself. Have a nice day. Are you aware that I could break your neck with just my fingers? Are you saying there's no other job for a man like that? One of the man's brows rises skeptically. Who, you? I'd like to see that happen. Show the man your fists. You see this? The man looks at you coldly, but still inadvertently steps away. You must have made an impression on him as a rather dangerous guy. Alright, calm down. Listen, if you're so feisty, perhaps you'd like to make some money. We always have plenty of people willing to risk for financial gain, but we like those who can actually complete a task and stay alive. And now we're talking. Fill me in on the details. Look, as you probably know, there are always various gangs roaming around Paragon. Highwaymen, cult followers. Sometimes there are so many of them, one might think somebody's sending them here to pester us. Ugh. Slay 3 gangs in the vicinity of the factory, no matter if they are highwaymen or cult followers, and come back to me for the reward. They need to be taught a little lesson. Man, my throat is killing me. Had to drink some coffee. Well, that sounds like a plan. I'll go deal with them. Attaboy. Remember, highwaymen and cult followers. These are your goals. And don't forget the places of your battles. We're going to go and check them later. Well, that's obvious. Okay. Let's get to know this guy. I can attack him. Okay, well, he doesn't want to talk. That's fine. Let's go inside. So we have to talk to the leader of the merchants. Alright, well, he's got some healing stuff that I want. I'm willing to trade for it. Alright, Axe, you're going away. These are going away. I might just go to get rid of this. And how often do I stealth? Could sell some of these. Yeah, I'll just pay him, because I have plenty of rubles. I don't know why I keep trying to save money. Do I have plenty of rubles? Where are they? Alright, an unshaven man with a cigarette in his mouth meets you with happiness and glee that really seems out of place. He even walks over to hug you before something stops him. Dear heart, how glad I am to see you. Do we know each other? It's the first time we've met, but I'm always happy to meet new people. Want to buy something, maybe? I can get you anything you'd want. Need scrap? I got some. Need to cover your head with something? I got hats, no problem. Maybe have some health issues? We'll have something for that as well. Could you spare a refund? Nope. Alright. Let's talk some questions. Anything interesting going on? Also, the music in here is very ominous. Anything interesting going on around this ship's hold? Dogfights, my friend. You should visit them sometime. They're quite the spectacle. And you can bet there too. Bet some good money. If you have your own dog, you can even send it to a fight. But be careful, because every fight is to the death. Alright. Why are you trading here and not outside? Well, here's where the life of Paragon really is. Gamblers come down to view the fights. Big merchants rest here. All contracts are made here. Don't you look at this place as just some dank dark hole. This place is the center of trade in the wastes. Have you heard some interesting hearsay? Some say unlaunched nukes are still stored under the mountains to the southwest. Imagine if some psycho finds the launch codes. Where do you get such random stock? I buy stuff from stalkers and junk collectors. But don't worry, it's not irradiated. I only get clean stuff. Word of a merchant. Well, Oh wait, what is this? Meldonium. Oh, I've seen this before. It gives you +2 endurance. It's very expensive too. Nah. Alright, not interested in that. Well, actually, you know what? I might take everything that's in here. Okay. All that for nothing. I probably just assume that all these are going to be locked. Wait for him to walk through and then I'll start stealing stuff. I'll just go sell it to the merchant that's right there. I failed to break it, huh? There we go. Microchip. Oh, hold on, what are these? Fidel, you're directly in the way. Alright, nothing to it. Let's equip that again, and my frying pan. Boom. Alright. I'm not sure how big this place is, but this looks like a good room to explore real quick. Grab a shiv. Yeah, the music alone makes this place spooky. But a fire extinguisher. Stimulant. Well, that was worth it. Alright, let's go sell the stuff I just picked up so we can continue to move quickly throughout the ship. Maybe I should hold onto the fire extinguisher, because I haven't seen one of those yet. It has high pressure. Maybe use it to make a weapon or something. What's it worth? Only 39? Yeah, whatever. I know that he has it if I need it, so... Alright, well, let's talk to this guy real quick. What are you doing here, bud? Just walk around with a gun. A clean-shaven man in his 30s is looking at a fresh, recently printed topographic map, with his glasses sitting on the very tip of his nose. Having noticed you, he lifts his gaze from the paper, but does not hide it, simply folding it in half. Hello, traveler. Are you by some chance familiar with the village called Ultranoye? Yeah, sure I am. I know it well. Why? The man's face lights up with a wide smile. Great, great. Could you outline its borders here on this very map? Why, are you planning a raid? Why do you need that info? What the hell, what raid? Do I look like a gangster? I'm a cartographer. Chartographer. I'm working on a map of this area. Well, alright, give me your map. I'll help you. You mark Ultranoye on the map with no problem. Once again feeling it odd how this man's map seems so fresh and new. Oh, bellissimo. Thanks, bro. Just don't get any wrong ideas. I'm a very peaceful man. I'm working for a haggler's conglomerate. They've asked me to map the most significant settlements. At first I was planning to buy a map from a local, but they tend to make note of a lot of insignificant locations, like caches, farmsteads, locations of ancient car crashes, abandoned buildings. That's why I've decided to draw my own map, the one that will contain the information important for the merchants. Quite an interesting mission you've got. If I had a cartographer's talent, I would have helped you, but no such luck. Let's talk about something else. Who are you? My name is Zakar. Pleasure meeting you. What are you busy with? I'm a cartographer by trade, and thanks to a 5-month cartography course. Where are you from? My employers Repkin and Son and I are from Kursin. They are merchants from where I am from, but they are planning to expand to your forest step in a year or two. If by that time you're not conquered by someone else, and it's still profitable, that is. Rumors? I'm here monitoring the map locations and local rumors. How do you like this? From time to time, people in the Wasteland stumble upon various anomalies. And I'm not even talking about witchcraft or stuff like that. I mean just really weird things. A Kopek coin that was issued according to the serial number in 1993 after the war. An old newspaper where Gorbachev is addressed as President of the USSR, and not the General Secretary. A toy that has been produced in some country called the Russian Federation. Or even a shoulder strap of a Generalissimo, although no one held this rank after Stalin. All the ordinary merchants turn their backs on finds like that, but according to one legend, somewhere around here there is a man, or a whole gang of men, who have seemingly bottomless pockets and a desire to buy stuff like that. For any price, within reason, of course. But no one knows where to look for that man. However, the name Mist Promtorg often appears in the conversations of drunk stalkers that have suddenly become rich. No, thanks. Oh, okay, I missed whatever that said. You know, I strongly advise you against looking for that man. Some say that people who have accumulated their fortune thanks to him have much shorter life expectancy. And it's not always because they were robbed by other gold diggers, it's just... It seems that all these fat cats suddenly run out of luck. I've heard one of them got killed by a falling brick, even though he was wandering around the wasteland with no buildings in sight. The other one was sleeping with his mouth open and a rat crawled into it. The third one was pecked to death by pigeons. You get the idea. Well, that's terrifying. Alright, let's see if I can open this bad boy. So this is what, a workbench? Alright, bud, you want to leave so I can try out that workbench? Or at least break over this locker. Oh, he's gone. Oh, maybe I can't get into this one. No, there we go. Perseverance. For some reason I keep thinking it's like Pathfinder where you get a finite number of tries. That is not the case. Alright, I'll go back and sell this to this guy, and then I'll finish clearing out these 3 rooms. Once he's out of money, I won't pick up all the junk that I find, I'll just pick up the stuff that I want or need. He still has plenty of money, so plenty of looting to be done. Yeah, sure. It's the ones with the the shut doors or the locked ones. Another fire extinguisher. Well, let's go sell that real quick. What's this guy doing just walking around? Quit being weird, man. All right. No, just these lockers left, and then I can continue exploring the ship. Oh hey, experience. That's all that matters. Remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and the experience that you accumulate on the way. Alright, let's go check out the dogfighting ring. Oh, I didn't check in here either. There's a crate in there. Son of a gun. A bunch of bottles, which I'm not at all worried about. Yeah, I haven't saved in a while. Alright, so what have we got in here? So some crates and stuff. It doesn't like you can talk to everybody in here, that's good. That'll save me some time. Alright, this must be the guy that I talked to for the betting, right? The man who sits in front of the table somehow manages to shout slogans, skillfully count money with his fat covered with ring fingers, constantly wipe the sweat from his forehead, and inhale black greasy smoke from a massive cigar. He even manages to talk to you. Hey there, big guy. You have a dog? No? So stop wasting my time. People want to see blood. People want to see the show. Where could I get a dog? How should I know? Buy it, steal it? That's your problem, big guy. Can I make a bet? With me? Nope. We have certain standards here. Okay? A bet can be placed only by the dog owner and if he brave enough to put his dog on the line. You with me? The spectators also make bets, but you need to know they're bookmakers, and to be frank, they play for rookie money. Can I ask him some questions? Nope. Okay. Well, unexciting. Oh, the ship keeps going. Alright. Well, I guess we'll start in here. Talk to Manbet, so he must be Manbet. Look at this guy. You don't see genuine happiness like that very often. On a wide bed there lies a large, hefty man of middle age. His column-like legs are crossed. This modern-day barbarian sighs while looking at his female servants run around, doing various chores. When he sees you, his large brows come together for a moment, after which he smiles widely, showing you 2 rows of golden teeth. And he laughs. Look at the tough guy who came to visit. What do you want with me? Just checking this room out. There are no guards outside, so... I have no guards. But is that really a reason to come to my place without warning? I'm not mad. What do you want? Who are you? Maybe I can help you with something. You? No, little man. Good old Mambatov has everything under control. What's not under my control, well, you can't know about that, can you? Anything else? Or will you just continue standing there, like Lot's wife? Let's ask some questions. Tell me about Paragon. Ah, my boy, it's a really rotten place. As rotten as Krasno itself. Any large settlement is such nowadays. And keep in mind the inner fights of the local leadership. Yeah, crap is bad. Tell me about the trade. Trade is good. From Vogodonks to Trudograd, from Trudograd to the mountain pass of Woes, from Krasno to Pyatigorsk. I think I'm saying that, I don't know. And so on, straight until the oil baron steps. Paragon is one of the centers of this whole mess. Not the biggest, but not the smallest too. Tell me about the caravans. Ah, you should have seen them. They are coming from all sides, both iron and brass, fruits and vegetables, trucks with coal and gasoline. Carpets are coming from the east, grain from the west. Many wares go through Paragon, but they are mostly meant for big buyers, not for petty merchants. Tell me some recent rumors. I heard that soon the prices for cloth will go up. There are some changes in leadership made up north. Who think that'll impact us as well? Okay, so I can't do anything with him. Can I get in here? Before you stands a thin, aged man in a cloth hat. His eyes look sunken into his skull because of the black rings around them. The eyes of the old man, though, seem pretty sharp, like those of a hunter. He's got you in the center of his attention. The man does not tense up too much as you come closer, but still, he takes some measures to prepare himself for conflict. He grabs his revolver tighter, bends his knees a bit, and gets between you and the door that he obviously guards. What do you need, kid? Forgot something? Do you know whose room this is? I didn't forget anything, just walking around. Want to talk? The old man moves his eyebrows together. About what? Well, what's your name, for example? Everyone calls me Grandpa Xenia nowadays, the bastards. Like they don't know that once I was known as Xenia the Masked Shooter. And what's your name, kid? My name is... Dennis Drillhands. Glad to meet you. What's it like being a guard over here? Not too bad. It's calm. Most of the guys sleep half their shift. I don't blame them. Nothing usually happens here. What can you tell me about Paragon? In my days, it's hard to take in change. But I was always for the creation of Paragon. Being a guard for the traders is much better than being a river pirate. Rumors? Heard anything about the river shepherd? They say it's a huge fish that got all smart because of the radiation, and it teaches other fish to ignore nets and fishing hooks. This is why it's harder for fish to fish each year, they say. Well, I think it's because more and more fish die each year, not because some brainy monster from the depths. Are you too old for keeping watch here, old man? The old man looks you over and answers in a very serious tone. I'm guarding the boss here, where there's no need for running around. Different guys protect him outside of close quarters. But here, in this small space, I'm the best at keeping people out. I hope you don't decide to find out how and why. What's your secret? You don't look like a boxer. Must be a hell of a shot. Heh, kind of. Used to be the best shot around. The old man spins his revolver around his finger, throws it into the air and catches it elegantly. Well, I'd love to learn tricks such as this one. The old man warms up to you after your reaction to his trick. Well, what good is knowledge if you don't pass it along to the young ones? Check out my gun. Where do you think its center of mass is? Try balancing it out on one finger. Then I'll show you how to. 10 points into pistols and SMGs. The old man starts explaining the importance of balance. He shows you how to draw your gun extremely fast. By the end of his lesson, you get the feeling you know small arms a bit better. Thanks for the lesson, old man. It's really friendly of you. Change away. It's not really allowed for me to chat with you, but I like it anyway. If I need to see your boss, I have something to tell him. Oh, I'm preparing to laugh already. Well, go ahead. Tell me why I should let you in to our boss without invitation. I'm from Fyodor Maximovich. We have something to talk about. Well, if you're from him, it must be really important. Go on. Tell me what he wants, and I'll tell the boss. Old man, you don't want to know that stuff. The old guard sees how serious you are and shrugs his shoulders. If you know less, you get to sleep better, as they say. Go on, get inside. Quickly now, until I change my mind. And remember, no shenanigans. Look at this guy. I can't take some of these portraits seriously. One second, I gotta collect myself again. Doing a lot of talking today. And my body is paying the price. You carefully step into the main trader's quarters. He's busy with some documents, but as you come in, he looks at you for a bit before asking, "What business do you have with me?" Okay, Fyodor Maximovich sent me to deal with you. Leonya Abramov slowly lifts his gaze to your face and straightens out his back. Deal about what? He wants to take care of you. Yeah, he wants you to leave your post and give him full control of the trade. No, I think he wants to enforce the rule in Paragon. It's pretty shaky as of now. Abramov takes off his glasses and starts rubbing them with a handkerchief that he got out of his pocket. He thinks straight. I say I agree with a lot of what he says. The trader suddenly smashes his fist on the table. It's so sudden you jump a bit. He can go frick himself for all I care. The old fool wants to enforce his will on me? The only one he needs to produce in his final will. Gosh darn it, I'm surrounded by bastards. Why, I'd... As quickly as he turned to rage moments ago, Abramov calms down and sighs, continuing to clean his glasses. Now here's a swell offer for you. Kill old man Maximovich and Siplov, the head of the guard, along with him. I'll give you 1,500 for each one. Good money that you will use wisely. What do you say? Hold on, you should try to deal with Maximovich first. What's there to talk about? Choke the life out of him and that will be it. He's not actually trying to take your business away, he just wants to have the ability to solve problems. Abramov thinks for a few minutes. Seems like your words did the trick. He just wants to help me with solving problematic situations. Well, that might not be so bad. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to read today. I'll try to slow down, see if that helps. Screw it all. I agreed to delegate him some of my work. Good choice. Alright, let's finish exploring this ship, and then I'll see if I have enough time to go talk to the head of the guards. You see a young man, he is gazing up into the ceiling as if contemplating something. His thought process is almost uninterrupted. During the brief interruptions, the man leans down over his sketch pad and adds a few lines to his unusual drawing. Having noticed you, he gives you a friendly smile and nods. Oh, such a shame. I've already finished painting Stalker's Resting. You have been a perfect model, just the type. How can I help you? From what I can tell, you're an artist. The man places his chewed up pencil behind his ear and innocently shrugs his shoulders. I also thought that we have died out after the great abscess, but no. There's still artists in this world. Some of them are even capable of making a living. Take me, for example. I am waiting for an order from a large publishing house. Maybe they'll need illustrations. If they do, I think I will... What? If they do, I think I will be able to help you out as well. But for now, let's change the topic. Sure, no problem. So do you need any help? Not right now. I'm still waiting for good orders. Why, who are you? My name is Trudamir. I'm a traveling artist. Are you a local in Paragon? You know, I have worn so many pairs of boots flat throughout my life that I don't remember where I put the first pair on. I was a little boy and my parents have decided that living on the road is a great plan. What are you doing here? My work is commissioned by the local Brigoisi? I thought it was like Brigoi. I don't know. And private customers. Sometimes I do tattoos. The locals here prefer prison-style tattoos. Not the best job, I'll tell you that, but it pays well. Rumors? And all the while people like me are trying to support the fading spark of the high arts, the mutants in the circus not far from here put on horrible vulgar shows. Imagine a petty woman speaking out of her nether regions, or a ship brothel where you can solicit services from a decadent bisexual serving time in the sex army. Truly, in today's world, the morality is a lost cause. Alright. You think I can... So I wonder what... I feel like this is going to be used for something, like some sort of confrontation. Alright, let's get out of here and go up and see if we can talk to the head of the guard. So I'd like to finish this quest this episode. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. I'll run it into like 40 minutes. If it means I complete this darn quest. So spoken to almost everybody here. There's just the people over here at the pub that I need to talk to. That will be taken care of next episode. So what I'll do is I'll convince him, and then I'll probably call an episode off camera. I'll go back, get a pass so I can get back in, and then in the next episode we'll go back to the ship and do our stuff. Let's see. Listen, I have a message for you, Chief. Really now, so what is it? I am from Fyodor Maximovich. It's about Paragon politics. The guard crosses his arms and lowers his head. Interesting, that. Well, in that case, you should get inside. But be careful. Sipley, our head guard, is a real jackass. Thanks for the advice. You come into the room and suddenly hear a telltale click. When you turn around, you see a mustached man in a cap who aims a gun at you. Hello, hello. And who might you be? Why are you here? Speak up or I may as well shoot. The man juts his gun forward and closes one eye, as if to take better aim at you. Calm down, dude. I'm here with some important stuff. The man looks at you for a long while, and finally lowers his gun. What sorts of stuff? Go on. Out with it, Private. Fyodor Maximovich sent me to deal with you. Siplovsky twirls his mustache and sits back in his chair. The old devil. I always wanted to share his stupid opinions on things. He wants to return to the glories of his youth, probably. Frickin' activist. The head of the guard looks at you with a sly grin, looking almost like Lenin at one point. Listen, how about a counter-proposal? How would you like that? Don't make it so hard on yourself. I'm here for a simple reason. Hold on. Simplicity is not always virtuous. I have a far better proposal for you. Instead of being so hasty, better listen to what I have to say, and then make the final decision. Okay, so here's how it is. Head Merchant Abramov frickin' pisses me off for a long time now. First, he doesn't like this. After that, he doesn't like something else. A scandalous bloke. He needs to be, how should I put it lightly, murdered. Since Fyodor Maximovich will complain about it, we need to off him as well. Mark my word, the old man deserves a rest, of a permanent variety. I'll pay for those 2 billy goats more than anyone else have ever offered you for such a job. Abramov is greedy, Maximovich is a bum. Only I am where the true money's at. How about it? Well, hold on, how much will you be paying me if I agree? 1,000 rubles for a head, 2,000 for Leon. Yeah, you need to settle your differences, not cut each other's throats. I'm not talking about anything. In the army, we have it simple. There's an order, and you better obey. The head guard waves his hand about in a gesture, and you notice some typical prison tattoos on his arm. A setting sun and the words, Thug Life. You have discord in every aspect of your life. Show some sense, man. Nikolai Siplovsky thinks over for a long period of time. Seems like your words played their role. Meh, you're right, I guess. Someone needs to show some sense. Why not me, darn it? Just tell Fyodor Maximovich that I agreed to the partnership. A wise decision. Alright, actually, you know what? That didn't take too long. Let's see if we can go talk to Maximovich after I get a pass. That way we don't have to worry about it next episode. And at some point, I'm going to try and find a way to get into the Start building. Oh shoot, where's he at? Oh, he's in here. Have I talked to this guy yet? Oh. No, I have not. A bearded man with unusual decoration, rings that pierce his lower lip, smiles friendly and comes closer. You notice immediately how smooth he moves. People learn to move like this by finding their way through ancient ruins strewn with deadly traps and dungeons full of dangers and traps. It's clear you see a seasoned stalker in front of you. Greetings, I'm Stalker Richard. Hi, let's talk about stalkers. Richard winks at you cheerfully and claps on his pocket filled with nuts and bolts. Well, I'm a half-time stalker now. When I run out of money, I dig in some hole, or lead others to interesting places for a certain percentage of their gains. While there's coin in my pocket, I try not to get involved in it. What's the best place to pass out the loot? Well, what can I say? The merchants have more or less the same prices, which mostly depend on your ability to haggle. You will make a killing only if someone's paid you to get into a specific place to find a certain object or information. Then the reward might well last you for a year without a care in the world. Apart from that, don't ever sell anything in Krasno. Their pricing is ridiculous. Can you tell me some stalkers' stories? No problem. I once knew a man, his name was Yura the Half-Head. We explored about 3 dozen locations together. He was a smart guy, very sane, and then... Once we were sitting together at the fire at night, boring, nothing to do, nothing to say. So out of boredom I asked, Yura, what does your nickname mean? And he said calmly, I'll show you. So he took the gun from under his belt, checked if it was charged, put the barrel in his mouth and pulled the trigger. And shot half of his head off. Flopped in the fire, face down, dead. I couldn't talk for a week after that. Even now it's hard to talk about what happened. Do you have any other questions? I need to distract myself. You're kidding, right? Well, you did ask for a story though, didn't you? What else do you want to know? Isn't it scary to be a stalker? It isn't scary these days. You can feel safe only if you've hidden in an underground bunker and soldered off the entrance. And even in this case, there might turn up something that want to devour you or traumatize you mentally. What will you do when all the ruins are stripped down? What will I do? Smoke cigars in a car floating above the world. When all the ruins are stripped down and all the findings are researched properly, communism will be built in a week. There are so many incredible inventions, things people had never seen before, even before the war, especially in the ruins of research facilities. How do you like this place? Fine. I consider any place that can offer me food and shelter to be a mecca of civilization. If you think of some places I worked in, this opinion would seem pretty fair, I'll tell you. How long is your break going to last? Until I run out of money. I don't take on assignments now just out of curiosity. Now I need a financial impetus. What do you do as you rest up? What do? I sleep, smoke, drink, and pick up chicks. Delightful. Can you tell me any fresh rumors? There are plenty of rumors, but this is the one that did surprise me. If a big fish with deep pockets ever hire stalkers, it is only to dig up some rare artifacts to make money from it. But according to rumors, a Trudegrad tycoon hired a team of black archaeologists to dig up a local village where a battle had occurred between our guys and a NATO squad, to give the fighters a proper burial with military honors and so on. He was after rare guns. I better go now. Okay, let's go up here and talk to him, turn in this quest, and then we'll call it an episode. Oh man, a lot of reading. Alright, about the political bickering. Fyodor Maximovich gets closer to you. He looks tense, unsure, and full of hope at the same time. Do tell. Both the head merchant and the head guard saw the light of reason. Can't be. Oh, this is amazing. I hoped for this outcome. Yes, this is the best way to solve our situation, and you should be thanked for it. I'm flattered. Now on to the question of my payment. Yes, right. You did everything superbly. So have these 1,000 rubles, 5 tins of food, 20 units of 9mm ammo, and 3 packs of Casperamid. This is all I can afford. It's not much, but it can help you out. So what are you planning to do now? Well, now all I have to do is go and tell the authorities that I'm now going to become the judge between the factions. I hope that the people will take the news without arguments. Alright, and in the next episode... Let's give him this food real quick. Oops, wrong way. That didn't work out how I wanted it to. Still encumbered. That's fine, whatever. I'll deal with it next episode. Yeah, next episode we'll talk to these people and try and find that guy for the Ultra Noye quest. And, yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.